Everyone, today's session is about prenatal life, in that prenatal development. The learning objectives of the session is to understand how does development typically unfold during the prenatal period, to understand what must happen for a normal conception to occur, to know the principles of development. The session outcomes are: students would be able to understand the fertilization process and also learn principles of development. Prenatal development: perhaps at no time in the lifespan does development occur faster. Or is environment more important than between conception and birth? Let us understand what conception is. Prenatal development begins with conception and continues through discrete or separate periods and stages till birth. This period is approximately 9 months or 266 days, called gestation. Gametes, the reproductive cells, are important for prenatal development. Midway through the menstrual cycle, females are going to ovulate. An ovum, or we can also call it as an egg cell, that is going to ripen. In fact, at birth, a girl ovaries contain several 100,000 ova, which are already partially developed. Many of these ova degenerate or die before the girl begins menstruating, and many more fail to mature fully after that. Thus, a woman ends up with approximately 400 ova. Whereas male reproductive cells are called spermatozoa or sperm cells, develop in testes. The testes do not begin producing sperm until puberty or at about age 12 or 14 years. They soon make up for the lost time, however, by producing millions of sperm. Each sperm cell has a head and a long tail, rather like a tadpole, that helps it to swim through the female reproductive organ. For the successful conception to occur, each of the following conditions must be met. First, the ovaries must release one healthy egg. Second, the egg cell must migrate most of the way down the fallopian tube. Third, millions of sperm cells must be deposited near the cervix. Fourth, at least some of the sperm must swim in the right direction up through the uterus to the fallopian tube. At least some of these sperm must survive the journey. A few sperm must reach the ovum. Finally, one sperm must penetrate the ovum to form a zygote. This picture shows how the embryo is going to be implanted in the uterine wall. Let us look into the stages of prenatal development. Conception is considered as the beginning of the life. At the conception, the genetic material of the sperm and the egg unite together to form a single cell called zygote. A group of genes produces molecules called morphogens, which are switched on after fertilization and begin sculpting various body parts. The development usually takes place according to certain principles. The development either before or after birth always proceeds according to two important principles. They are: one is the cephalocaudal principle and the other one is the proximodistal principle. According to the cephalocaudal principle, cephalo means, the word cephalo has come from a Latin word that means head to tail. Development proceeds from head to the lower part of the trunk. That means an embryo's head, brain and eyes are going to develop first and are disproportionately larger compared to other parts. Second one is the proximodistal principle, that means near to far. Development proceeds from parts near the center of the body to outer ones. The embryo's head and trunk develop before the limbs, and the arms and legs before the fingers and the toes. To summarize this session, prenatal development begins with conception, in which a zygote is created by the union of a sperm cell from the father and an egg cell or ovum from the mother. Development always follows according to cephalocaudal and proximo-distal principles. Thank you.